Welcome to Tech Talk, the podcast where the future isn't just imagined, it's happening right now. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today our topic is driving the future. I'm your host Bihandu and I'm with my team Hirudini, Avindu and Lakikka. In this episode, we're talking about innovative transportation technology. We will look at the latest innovations that will change our future ways of transportation. We'll be looking at the new transportation technologies like self-driving cars, maglev trains, hydrogen-powered cars, and other things that we'll see in the future. So, sit back and relax, and let's explore the future together. Transportation has been an important part of human life. In the past, people used methods like walking, riding animals, and even rode wooden carts or chariots for transportation. But as curiosity and technology grew over time, these simple methods became complex and they developed into cars, trains, and airplanes that we use today. Most of these require human control, and the majority runs on fossil fuels, which emits harmful gases and can pollute the environment. You know what's really interesting? Many of these technologies that we see today were once only in movies. For example, in the movie Back to the Future, we saw flying cars and futuristic transportation methods that seemed impossible at the time. Also, in the movie iRobot, we saw self-driving cars and people using artificial intelligence for their daily work. Back then, these ideas felt fictional. But today, we see that these fictional ideas have become our reality. With emerging technologies, we are entering a new era where technology is transforming transportation in ways we never imagined before. One of the main changes is the use of artificial intelligence. This is what will enable vehicle automation, where vehicles will operate without human intervention. For example, self-driving cars now use AI and GPS to navigate traffic safely, avoiding obstacles and collisions. These transformation methods are sustainable and they improve efficiency. Well, most of them use green energy, which is much more environmentally friendly. Overall, these methods are smarter, faster, and way safer. Now, Hirudini, could you go through some real-world examples of these amazing technologies?
Good question, Bihandu. Now I'll talk about a few examples. First, self-driving cars. These cars have sensors like cameras and radar to spot the road, other vehicles and people. And also, the AI uses that info to figure out what to do, like when to stop or turn. And it automatically controls steering, braking and speed. Right now, they are still in testing. Companies like Tesla and Waymo are actively testing them on real roads. Some features like Tesla's Autopilot and GM's Super Cruise are already available. But overall, self-driving cars still need more improvement, especially when it comes to the safety of the passengers and the people on the road. The next one is maglev trains. Maglev trains work using magnets instead of wheels. They float above the track using powerful magnets. These magnets push and pull the train forward along the track. Since there is no friction, the ride is very fast and smooth. This technology is already in use in countries like Japan and China. Now we'll move on to the third example, hydrogen cars. Hydrogen cars use hydrogen gas to make electricity and power the car. Inside the car, a fuel cell system combines hydrogen with oxygen from the air. This creates electricity which powers the motor and allows the car to move efficiently. The only product waste of hydrogen cars is water. So, hydrogen cars are clean, quiet and don't produce harmful pollution. These cars are already available, but there is still not common because many of them are still prototypes and there aren't enough hydrogen fueling stations. Then I would like to talk about the most interesting example for me, flying cars and air taxis. They take off like a drone, so they don't need a runway. Most use batteries and hybrid power. They are controlled by computers or pilots. Air taxis are mainly designed to carry passengers over short distances in cities for helping reduce traffic and travel time. Currently, they are in the prototype and testing stages. As Bihandu said, it really feels like these fictional ideas have become a reality. So finally, I want to say these innovative technologies are at different stages of development, but all of them are shaping the future of transportation. Now I'll hand it over to Avindu.
Thanks, Hirudini. Now it's my turn to take you on a wild ride through some of the craziest fun facts about autonomous transport. First up, the ghost driver problem. Early self-driving cars were way too polite. They would stop for pedestrians and just freeze, even when the pedestrians were waiting for the car to go first, so you'd have both just standing there awkwardly. Engineers had to literally teach the AI to be a little more confident. Imagine a polite robot causing traffic jams just by being polite. Now, here's something wild. These cars don't just see the road. They build a full 3D map of everything around them every single day, and the data over 1 terabyte every 24 hours. That's like hundreds of movies streaming in real time. Also, the car can decide when to turn or brake. And it gets crazier. In some situations, self-driving cars have to make moral decisions. Yeah, real moral decisions. Like, if a car crash unavoidable, should the car protect the passenger or avoid hitting more people outside? Engineers are literally coding ethics into machines. Just mind blown. Here's another crazy one. These cars learn from each other. If one car sees a mattress fall off a truck, the data is uploaded to the cloud and shared with all the other cars. So the next car already knows exactly what to do. Actually, it's like high mind of driving experience. Moving on to the rest. In Australia, there are fully autonomous freight trains running for over 1,700 kilometers with no human driver. They are nicknamed ghost trains because, well, no one inside. These trains can detect track problems kilometers ahead and adjust speed automatically. And yes, they run 24/7 without ever needing a coffee break. Now, let's get futuristic. Hyperloop pods could travel inside near vacuum tubes at insane speeds. The real challenge isn't how fast they go, it's keeping that vacuum intact over hundreds of kilometers. One leak and it's game over. maglev trains. Sure, they float about the track, but check this out. The magnets inside are cooled to temperature colder than deep space and still lift a 300-ton train. Floating instant speed, magnets colder than outer space. What if? Even the oceans aren't safe from AI. Autonomous ships like Yara Brigland in Norway navigate, avoid obstacles, and even dock by themselves. They can calculate the most fuel-efficient route in real time, considering currents, traffic, and weather. Basically, Captain AI doesn't sleep. And craziest thing, quantum navigation. Future vehicles might not even need GPS. Using quantum sensors, they can track their exact position by measuring atomic movements. That's not precise. They could navigate blindfolded and still never get lost. So yeah, autonomous transport isn't just about moving vehicles. It's about machines learning, sharing, and making split-second decisions like human. And honestly, we are just scratching the surface. The future is already here, and it's mind-blowing. So, from ghost cars to floating trains and quantum navigation, autonomous transport is already out of this world. Lakikka, take it away and show us even more amazing stuff.
Alright, first of all I want to continue what we just heard. Now let's talk about the benefits of these technologies, with a few interesting facts about how they actually cause us in good way. So first, let's begin with one of the biggest advantages. It is none other than safety. You know, safety is a big thing. Lot of road accidents are happening in these days, and lot of reasons are behind this. Mainly these accidents happen because of mistakes done by humans. Getting distracted, speeding, or just being tired are the most common reasons. But this is the interesting part. Self-driving systems can react quickly, less than milliseconds. It is way faster than humans' capability. Because of that, these systems can spot danger earlier to avoid road accidents more effectively. In the near future, this would actually save a lot of lives. Now let's move on to the next advantage. It is saving time. Now I am going to give a little time to think about it. When you are in a self-driving car, you don't have to focus on driving the whole journey. While in the vehicle, you could be watching something, relaxing, or doing whatever you like. So you can actually use your time more efficiently instead of wasting time in traffic. It is a pretty big benefit. Next, let's talk about traffic congestions. Traffic is one of the biggest problems in different parts of the world, especially in crowded cities. But with innovative technologies, smart vehicles can communicate with each other and connect to the traffic systems. Then this means vehicles can choose the better routes to avoid traffic jams. It keeps things moving more smoothly, so overall it causes to less waiting and faster travels. Next, if we can protect the environment from things such as reducing carbon emission and other harmful things. A lot of these modern vehicles are electric, which means it affects much less environmental pollution compared to traditional vehicles. It is really important and it is better for the future. And finally, I would like to talk about accessibility. Not every person can drive. There are limitations to that, like people with disabilities or elderly peoples. But self-driving cars can give them more freedom. The reason is they can travel safely without someone else's help. So in many ways, innovative technology makes transportation much more fair and accessible for most people. So when we look closely, it's not just only cool or sci-fi. They may make our life easier, comfort, and much more efficient. In near future, we are probably going to see much more smarter, faster, and way more efficient transportation systems.
Well, thank you guys for sharing all that information. And with that, our podcast has come to an end. We hope you guys learned something from this. And I know you guys can't wait to try these transportation method out yourself. I'll see you on the next episode. Until then, take care.